For private reasons, I won't be mentioning my name. But as much as I want to be private, I want the world to know what is going wrong or what is going on in the medical world, the miscreant activities that are going on.
Hello, I am Ayofe. I am your host on my life journey experience, where we talk about issues, unwanted pregnancy, divorce, pregnancy issue, and so many more. We talk about reality, we talk about life, talk about child abuse, and so many more. And today's episode, I have here with me a woman who went through a lot of pain through her pregnancy journey. So she's here. She's going to tell us a lot about her pregnancy journey and how she lost her baby and many more. And you won't believe she's also a sickle cell patient. Imagine, and she will go through a lot, right? She will not know because she has this big body and she's blessed. I think she's blessed. So she's here. I think it is best to hear from the horse's mouth. Hello, madam.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm very well. And you?
I'm okay, as you can see. You're looking good.
Thank you.
No one will even know that you are a sickle cell.
Oh, well, that's an unmerited grace.
Oh my
if you ask me.
goodness, you are blessed indeed. You are blessed.
Thank you.
So, the viewers is yeah, they want to hear your story through your pregnancy journey and how you lost your baby and oh, that's painful.
Well, I must confess it's a good thing to have an avenue.
Yeah. When I saw your message, when I go through all the notes you put down there, oh my jeez, I'm like, really? You went through those pain?
Yeah, I did.
Oh God, that's so painful. For the fact that you wait for 8 years before you get that pregnancy and they had to, well, don't let me let them know. I want you to say it with your mouth. So I want you to talk it. Yeah, tell them. Let them say.
Oh, well, it's one, I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for this platform. You know, people need to know what is going on in the medical sector, in the underground. You know, a lot has been addressed concerning women. We talk about abuse, we talk about trafficking, we talk about rape, but nobody is really looking into the medical world that involves women during pregnancy and the rest. A lot of miscreant activities are going on. Now, I was actually I was pregnant last year. That's precisely July last year. I put to bed, but then it took me about 8 years to get that pregnancy.
It took you 8 years to get that pregnancy.
Yes,
wow.
It wasn't actually my first child, but then
sorry, you have a child before?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have an 8-year-old son. Okay. 9 now. Yeah, 9 now.
Okay, that's nice.
And when anybody that knows about sickle cell, you don't have to have long delay. You have to do everything you have to do. So after my first child, I was expecting to have another soon, but it never came in. So it took me about I would say 6 years. If you want to put 2 years gap, it took me about that time, wanting to have another child, but I couldn't. But then suddenly, late 2022, I discovered I was pregnant. And
wow, that's a big joy on family phase. You
can imagine.
Oh my, that's
so I with the joy and happiness and everything, I registered in a general hospital. Okay. That's Shomolu General Hospital.
Yeah, the best.
Very good at what they do. So I registered there. I go for my antenatals and medical checkups there, and I stay in Bariga precisely. But it's the most accessible general hospital around me that could give the best. So I registered there and I was taking my treatment there. But 8 months down into the pregnancy, I discovered I started having minor issues. Not so, I wouldn't even call it issue. And what was this? I was seeing sweat like water, like just sweat. It wasn't so much.
Like from your body or from
yes. I was seeing water, and I still have about a month to go before my expected date of delivery. That's my EDD.
Which month?
That's to be August.
August. Okay.
So in July, that's mid-July, I was seeing water.
That was in 2023.
Yeah, 2023 last year. So when I had my first child, I had issue of water leakage.
That's when you have your
first child. Okay. So it was massive at the time, but then I was a young mother. I'm an orphan, so I really don't have anybody to, ask, how is this
Wow.
thing, how is it going to be like? So I just kept those things to myself.
That's a lot.
So, I had that issue, and by the time I got to the hospital, they told me there was no water again in the womb, that the baby was dead.
Oh
And
my
this,
God.
so, you having that traumatic experience, you don't want the same thing.
From the
Yeah,
first
from the
one.
first child.
Yes.
2022, I was pregnant. That's late 2022. I discovered I was pregnant, and you needed to see the happiness in my family due to the fact that I've actually been wanting the pregnancy. Now, down line to 2023, 8 months into the pregnancy, I I discovered I was seeing water. I was seeing water. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so much, and it wasn't so. It's not life threatening anyway. But for some reasons, I decided to seek medical advice concerning it, what it could be like. I had a child once that in the pregnancy journey, I was seeing water the same way, but this I was seeing it in a massive way, very very massive. But I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't pay attention to it whatsoever, and it led to a very disastrous state. By the time I got to the hospital, they said the baby was dead. There was no water in the womb, so I didn't want another occurrence. But mind you, the water I was seeing this time was not, it was sweat like. But I just wanted a professional medical affirmation that no, the baby was safe and I was safe. I just wanted that clarification, clarity. So I went to the hospital in the evening. That's Ogutolu, Shomolu General Hospital. I got there, I met with a young doctor. I explained to the doctor. The doctor said I should get a scan done. Now, it was on a Saturday. I went to my hospital, that's Shomolu General Hospital, to meet the doctor. The doctor said I have to get a scan done at all costs, just to know. But within me, I knew it wasn't so bad. But when the doctors want to be professional, so I tried getting the scan done. I went to all labs that I know around. None was opened. Most were closed. It was late into the evening. I went back to the hospital, explained to the doctor. The doctor said at all costs I have to do a scan for them to know what is wrong. So I went back home thinking I would later get a place to do the scan. But then I got back home, I saw the water again, not so bad. In my compound, I stay in Bariga. In my compound, I have this neighbor that happens to be a tradomedicalist. She does the traditional part of delivery. Yorubas, they call them agbedi.
Like midwife.
Yeah, midwives. But she does it in the traditional way. So I know very well that these people, they have hospitals, they have labs they use.
Yeah.
So I don't go to her for any medical advice or anything. I don't use her at all. She was just my neighbor. So I went to meet her. I said, Alaja, that's what she's referred to. I said, Alaja, please, I went to the hospital. I was told to do a scan, and I don't know where to get a scan done on a weekend. If is there any place is there anywhere that does a 24/7 scan operation and the rest? So she said yes, that there is a place she uses, that it's a hospital. It's an hospital rather. And it also has a medical lab, so I can get the scan done. So she gave me a paper to take to the hospital. If you want to go for a scan, whoever is referring you will give you a paper.
Yes,
That okay, to take there. So she gave me the paper. I got to the hospital, and truly it was an hospital, but they do scan lab activities. I paid the sum of 3,000 naira for the scan, and the doctor, after about 1 hour of waiting, took me into the scan room and did the scan. He did the scan, and after then I was waiting for results. I waited 1 hour, the result wasn't out. I waited 2 hours, 3 hours. I started for a scan results. I became agitated at what is going wrong, because my intentions were I wanted to get the scan result, immediately go to the hospital. I waited and waited. I got there around for 7:30. I was still there waiting for scan results. So I felt at a point I spoke to the lady in the reception. I said, nurse, what is going on? What is happening? Where is the result? I want to go. Is there anything that is the problem? Let me know. She said, no, I should hold on. I should calm down. I said, okay. I waited. Then after a while, it was getting to about 8 o'clock. Then I lost my patience. What is going on here? So she told me, the nurse came out. A nurse came out from the doctor's office and said I should call the woman that referred me there. And I'm like, why should I call her? The only reason why she's involved in this was because she gave me the address, so she gave me a place to go to. So why does she have to be involved? Just give me the result and let me go. She said, no, the doctor said it is very important for you to call the woman. You have to call the woman. I'm like, okay. I picked my phone. I called the woman. I said, ma, I'm at the hospital. They've done the scan, but the result is not coming out. And they said I should call you. Immediately she started saying it in Yoruba that and you know, when all of a sudden
she stayed there in the
yes,
hospital.
yes, that's what she meant, that I should be there, or I should wait there. Like, why do I have to wait for you? Let me have my result and let me go. She said no, that I should wait there, I should do this, I should do that. Then I lost my pay. I said no, somebody has to tell me what is going on here. And she said, the doctor, the scan result that came out said your baby is almost dead.
Like the baby inside the womb is dead?
Yes, that the baby is almost dead, that the baby has less than 1 hour to live. And even you mustn't walk. If you walk, if you try to move, and if you go through any little stress, you might die.
Oh.
So when she said that, I'm like, I'm not getting this anymore. I walked here myself. I got here myself without help. I almost trekked there because I didn't get back on time. I'm not sick in whatsoever way. How come the baby is there? My baby is kicking. My baby is doing just fine. So how did we get here? But she said no, I have to, and for a woman in that state, I was scared. I was down. I said, okay, I would wait. Now, my reason for coming down and waiting was because I felt, okay, she is a mother. If she gets here, probably she would help me to my own hospital. Let my own doctor, let my professional doctors, because why I wanted to use that hospital is I'm a sickle cell in pregnancy. I was waiting for the woman to come. Probably she would help me down, since that is how bad they said the case was. But I knew deep down that there was nothing of such, because if you say a child is weak, my baby was kicking, my baby was healthy.
Like you can feel it.
Definitely, you should know.
Oh yeah, as a mother.
And if an inborn child is sick, the mother would be the first person to know, because the child wouldn't be kicking. And my baby was kicking, was very active, and so when they said the baby is about to die, and I was there, I sat there dejected and everything. So when this woman came, she did not help the situation. That's the tradomedical woman.
The midwife?
Yes. So she got there. She said, Ayomi, the doctor is a very good doctor. He is also a doctor in Shomolu General Hospital. And from the scan they said the baby is about to die, that baby would not last 1 hour. The baby is almost dead, and you yourself, you are not healthy enough. You can't walk again
because of your health condition.
But mind you, I wasn't having crisis. I was healthy. So when she said that, I had to call my baby father. I said,
that's your husband?
Yeah, my husband. I had to call my husband. I said, babes, he wasn't around, he traveled. I said, babes, this is where I am. Immediately he ordered me to leave there and go to the hospital. The woman collected the phone and said, sir, she wouldn't be able to go. We are neighbors. So she could talk to my husband.
Okay.
She wouldn't be able to go because the baby has less than 1 hour to live, and she herself, she's weak, and this and that. Then we have to do the CS. We have to carry out an emergency operation on her. And for a man that wants a child, the man was like, Ayomi, since they said the doctor is also a doctor in the general hospital, I believe we should be able to handle you. It took them about 3 hours to prep me for theater, but eventually I was prepared and I was taken to the theater. Now, for a child they said is about to die, anybody that has gone through the CS procedure would understand what I'm about to say. Now, when the I've been sedated. I was heavily sedated. But when the operation was done, to some extent, you still feel it. It won't be painful, but you will have a sensation that something is going on. So the doctor called me open, brought out the baby. Where I was, there is in your subconscious, I was roaming. I was roaming around, like I was searching for myself. I have like a vivid recap that I was searching for myself, like where am I, and I can hear the baby crying. So I was saying it. I didn't know. A nurse confirmed to me that I was saying it out, that my baby is crying. I want to let me go and breastfeed him. He's crying. I have a baby. I have a baby. I have a baby. Till after about going to an hour, then I knew. I was saying that now I'm back. I'm back. I was taken to the ward. My baby was there. I was made to see him.
Like you saw the baby?
Yeah, I saw the baby.
He or she is still alive?
Yeah, he was breathing. No. This is where my ordeal starts.
Okay.
For a doctor that concluded that the baby was weak, had less than 1 hour to live. Now you brought out the baby. I saw the baby. So it was a baby boy. And you that had foreseen, you had seen is that the baby doesn't have about 1 hour
to live.
I expected that for the reason for the emergency CS was for you to revive the baby, to take care of the baby.
Yes, to keep the baby alive.
Yes. So now you brought out the baby, you didn't give the baby any form of treatment.
Oh God.
Even I myself, you just put me on the bed and I was there. But my foster mother, that's my adoptive mother, kept saying, you did not, she was saying to me Yoruba that so dada. That they did not, the baby is not well sucked, because the suction tube, my mom was saying that no, now that what they should suck out should be much. So don't feel. I didn't even understand, because I was not still myself yet. So my mom was saying, the nurse was saying that's how they do it, it's enough. My mom was saying she was not pleased that they should suck the baby well. But I was still, even despite the fact that I was now conscious, I was still fighting for my life. The pain was so much. The nurse was saying, no, they cleaned the baby and left the baby. This was on a Sunday. The operation was done in the midnight. On the Monday, the baby was there. But when the baby was in the ward, I noticed the baby wasn't, breathing very well. When I had the baby was crying, was agile. But then, I just noticed something is not fine. I'm not a doctor. It's not as if, but I have and also I have a very broad knowledge when it comes to medical, stuff like that. So I said something is amiss, Mom. My mom said she should call the doctor. The doctor just checked the baby and said the baby's fine, and he left. I was where I was. Now, the baby was like that Sunday, was like that Monday, was like that till Tuesday.
3 days.
Yes. Wow. But when you go through CS, you can't breastfeed immediately, but you could express. So my mom said, hire me, probably you should express. So I expressed. But the baby wasn't even opening the mouth to take the breast milk. So at the time I managed to see, because I was desperate to see the baby. I said, please give me the child. I carried that, let me see. So I tried putting probably doesn't want to take from the spoon. So I tried putting the baby to my breast. So I'd even given him a name. I was calling him by the name, like, baby, please, I want to suck. He wasn't responding. The baby was just looking at me. I said, Mommy, please help me. What is going on? This baby is not responding. At the time, it was just I was down. I called my mom. I said, Mommy, please do something. My mom kept calling this doctor, and the nurses were saying the doctor was busy.
Really?
The doctor is coming. The doctor is coming. You see, I think it is high time Nigeria has to do something about doctors having their own having their own hospitals and still working elsewhere. Medicine is broader than something you can't do division of labor. You can't have your own and be running another place. This man was not there all through the time. Eventually he came. To my greatest surprise, he came, and it was on a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday he came, I saw that it was trying to do CPR, that's cardiopulmonary resuscitation on the baby. I was looking, it kept doing it, and they were at it for about 5 hours. So at a point they said they have to take the baby to the next ward and continue their CPR and this thing on him. I said okay, not knowing that at that time the boy had died.
Oh. You mean you lost the baby?
Yeah, I did. So I said okay, I didn't know what was going on. At the point the doctor came, I said, what is going on? He said, everybody around me said they had to take the baby to Mercy Hospital. You know, immediately I heard they will take him to Mercy Hospital, I felt, Mercy is good at what they do. They are professionals there. So I said, okay, there's no problem. So they took, my mom picked some clothes and went there. She left the place. I didn't know my mom, I didn't know she went back home. My husband knew, like everybody. I was the only person that didn't know the baby was dead. So on a Thursday, you know, my brother, everybody came around and
to the hospital.
Yeah, I was like, why is everybody here? And besides, where is mommy? Babe, what are you doing here? Go and take these things. Go and meet the baby now. He would need change of clothes. He would need all that things. He said, okay. So I saw an elderly man. You know, in Yoruba land, when the woman gives birth and you are not seeing the baby and you see an elderly man, you know something is wrong. So I saw the elderly man. The elderly man was saying, yeah, you Omashok on linear. I didn't want to.
That's when you get that
no,
the baby is gone.
The man was saying you just have to be, you have to be hard, you have to be tough. The baby was dead. It came to me like a thunderstrike.
After all the pains.
I told them the baby cannot die. No, that is not possible. No, the baby cannot die. It's not possible. The baby was healthy, and I don't think there is anything out of medical world that could not be done to the baby. And now, that's not even my pain. Now, after my time, my baby died. This baby died. The doctor was insisting that he is going to collect money. He's going to charge us for the oxygen he gave to the baby, about 3 cylinders. There I got angry. You said you use oxygen for a child. The baby did not even survive. The doctor said we are going to pay 60,000 naira per oxygen. Now the baby took 3. And you know, a man that just lost a child, my husband was just fidgeting. I snapped out. I said, what do you mean we are paying for 3 oxygens? The baby did not even survive. And show me the 3 oxygens a dead baby took. Said, that is how it is. But along the line, I was there in the hospital. The painful part is, even after losing a child, after I lost my child, I had to battle for my own life. Because yes, condition. And it's not even my sickle cell part that was not even a threat to my life. It was the hospital, because I was neglected. Now they are insisting that we did not pay full payment. We've not made the full payment. Amen. So I was not given any treatment.
And you were, oh my Lord.
Okay. I was not given any treatment. I was left there. I kept shouting, I'm having severe pains. I'm in pains. And anybody that is familiar with sickle cells, you don't even want to have malaria. You don't even want to have a headache, because any little pain will trigger it. So I kept begging the nurses, please, my husband is going to bring the balance. Give me something for these pains. And nothing was done. They would come in. The nurse came in one time. She was just laughing. She was
laughing?
She came into the ward and she was saying, hey, madam, bring your bomb. I'm a sickle cell patient. I've dealt with pain all my life. If you are given a pain injection, you would know immediately this is a pain. This is an analgesic. This is something to relieve pain. I'm very, very sure within me. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but I knew what they were giving me was just drip. It was water they injected. I knew it wasn't analgesic. They would just come and give me like different tablets for me to swallow. And I'm like, each time I take these pills, I have pains at that operation site. I would explain. They said, and that is how they. At a point, they disconnected lights. They disconnected fan.
In your ward?
Yes. because we had not made the full payment. At a point, I was in the hospital for about 5 days.
Really go through a lot.
I was in the hospital for about 5 days. At a point, I told them I was having crisis. I was having pains. I was bleeding profusely. I told the doctor, and the doctor made it very known to me there was nothing he would do because we've not paid. This doctor did not look into the fact that I lost a child. Did not look into the fact that we even made a minor payment. Did not look into the fact that before now, he is responsible for my health. He's responsible for my well-being at that time.
I promise you the baby will be alive after the operation.
After the operation. That was why you did an emergency care. So I lost the child. I'm now battling for my own life. Now, the doctor did not even come at this time. I think it was about the 5th day. I noticed the operation site got swollen and pulse was coming out from it. That was why I started shouting.
Oh my Lord.
I told my mom, I said, Mommy, me, call these people. This thing is giving me serious pain. Help me. The doctor said, it's normal. It's normal. They'll just come, change whatsoever was on it, put it.
Another one. They will not clean it.
Now, why I am really bringing this to the world is because up until now, that doctor did not give me the scan results.
The reason why you went to the hospital.
Up until now, the Dero Medical Center did not give me the scan results.
That's the name of the hospital?
Yes. The Dero Medical Center, that's the name of the hospital.
Okay, that's
now, up until now, that
doctor. What location is that?
Shomolu. Up until now, the doctor did not give me the scan result. Meaning, there was not, he didn't even do a scan probably. And there was actually nothing wrong with the baby at that time, or there was nothing so badly wrong with the baby that I couldn't go to my own hospital. Now, I told the doctor after I was discharged to go home, I came back. So I called the doctor. I said, Doctor, now I'm discharged. Please give me my scan result. I still want another doctor to interpret that thing to me. This guy was saying, the doctor was telling me, Madam, why are you still asking for the scan result now? I was discharged. But before I was discharged, 5 days into that's after the operation. 5 days after the operation, I noticed the operation site was very swollen, and it was massively swollen, and pulse was coming out, water was coming out, pulse was coming out. It was at this point I told my foster mom that was with me that, Mom, what is going on? Please call me the doctor. Let them come attend to me. I'm having severe pains. The doctor was not there. The nurse is saying the doctor is coming, he's busy. And he's busy. One nurse even made it known to me that you not pay money, you say make them save your life.
Imagine.
So I told my, I said, what is, eventually my husband paid the money, and I was not expecting the best treatment at that time. But even the best treatment did not come. Now, after about 7 days in the hospital, I was discharged. After I was discharged, I will go back for dressing. On the day I went back for dressing, I just added to my mind that today I was going to go with that scan result. I wanted another professional opinion about that scan, because I just had this inclination in me that something is wrong somewhere. Nothing was wrong with that baby during pregnancy. Nothing. So I said, Doctor, after the dressing, he wasn't around. He is never around. After the operation, he's never around. He's in the night, he will come. Even in the night, Madam, how are you? He's off. Now, I said, sir, I called him. I said, why are you not giving me the results? The Dr. Didero himself told me that, Madam, why are you still asking for scan result? After all, I gave you 30%. I gave you 30,000 naira discount now. So I told him, what do you mean you gave me 30,000 naira discount? I'm okay. If there is nothing fishy, why is this saying? I said, sir, at all costs, I want that scan result. I kept telling the old nurses, I want my scan result, I want my scan result, I want my scan result, and it did not come.
Even up to date?
Yes. Now, 2 nurses, I wouldn't mention names, but 2 nurses. I have a particular nurse, one of their matrons, that said, Madam, if for any reason your matter becomes a case, I am ready to testify that the woman that brought you and my boss made a deal with you.
With the life, with
yes,
your life and the life of the baby too?
Yes.
Is it that bad?
That the money you paid for operation, the woman is going to get 30%
I think
from
I was
me.
told that even if you go to to do scans.
Yes,
They take percentage
they take
from
percentage.
the scan.
That is why the woman was saying, you have to do it because she's going to get
No,
about
no,
50,000
no.
naira
Only.
from that money. So we were there. The woman did not really made it known that that is how they do it too. I got someone to tell me that from the man's hospital. I got someone to tell me that from the woman's clinic.
That same hospital.
Yes. I got someone to tell me that is how they do it here. That she brought you here.
This is
That
really, really,
because
really
at the
touching.
point, he said he was going to give us, he gave us 30% discount.
Yes.
Now my husband was saying, doctor, we are not going to pay 330. We are going to pay 250. Oh, please. After all, we lost the baby. We did this. We did that. He said, he will talk to Alaja. That
Yes.
anything Alaja says, meaning that if we are going to reduce, it's going to reduce Alaja's commission. We called Alaja, and Alaja said, you have to pay the money. You understand? Okay, but I will talk to him, so they will reduce the money. And the man did. They reduced the money. I got to know in my state there that people come like that, and even if sometimes they charge as much as 500,000 naira, they'll tell you, you have to go through an operation. And it is not just this hospital. Like most private hospitals now they do this, and it's barbaric because you're gambling with people's life just because I'm very, very sure God owns life. But I'm very, very sure if I had gone to the general hospital, they would have done everything appropriately because they wouldn't be after the money. So I want everybody to know. That one, don't get me wrong, I'm not going against tradomedicals. I'm not saying they are bad. I'm not saying all tradomedical practitioners are bad or they all involved in this. I'm just telling people, please, immediately you know something is going wrong, either in your hospital and you have to go through CS, seek professional opinion.
Straight up.
Please, because losing that child was not easy.
At all.
Carrying that child was not easy for me. Being a sickle cell patient, it was not easy. And I managed to carry it to that stage. And a doctor's negligence or a doctor's greed made me lose that child. It's not something I want to, it's not something I even want to remember. But people just have to know what is going on.
The medical.
So when I had I would have spoken out a long time, but there was no avenue for me to talk. So when I got to know about the show, I said, no, this is one major way for me to, yes, I have to let the world know through this, that please be careful out there. A lot is going on. Now, health is no longer important to some medical doctors. It's the money. So before you say you want to be sure, this thing, ask questions. Don't let them put unnecessary fear in you. Know what you are doing. If you have somewhere, it could even be the hospital you are using, but still, please ask questions. And I just hope that people would learn from this, and please seek professional opinions in everything you are doing. That's just why I think I should come out, let people know, so you do not become a victim like me.
Thank you. Oh wow, your story is so touching, so painful. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Oh,
I'm really
thank
sorry.
you.
Viewers, have you seen what she went through? Wow, that's so much. It's so painful. Wow, that's too much. I know now that you have heard from her, and I'm very sure a lot of you have learned from her story. Please don't just go to any hospital. Go straight to the general. Everything will be transparent to you. Unlike her, she did scan and they didn't give her the scan result, but they told her to go for to enter the theater. They need to bring out the baby so fast that the baby have less than 1 hour to live. And believe me, she ended up waiting for 3 hours and still the baby is not yet out. They just, I don't know, I don't want to say they killed the baby, but we hear from her mouth. They actually killed the baby and they didn't even treat her well. So I just want you people out there, especially pregnant woman, please know where to go to in terms of your checkup and in terms of your baby, and when you want to go to the right hospital.